everybody. Welcome to this week's reading for Good Vibrations. Excuse the hat this week. It's the weekend and I did not do my hair today. And as you all know who follow my personal page, bedhead is not good in this house. So I'm sparing you by putting a hat on this week. Your teams chose 4 cards this week. So I haven't looked at these, so I have no idea what we've got for this coming week. But as always, my intention with you, with your teams, is to provide information that you can use as a theme to increase your vibration. So it's something to focus on for the coming week of Monday through next Sunday. To increase your vibration, which as we do that, as we increase our vibration, then we allow things that are in our best interest for our soul growth to easily come flowing into our path. Things get a lot easier as you raise your vibration. And I wanted to share too that I had a really important epiphany this past week that seems really simple, but that's how epiphanies are, is I just am making a choice to choose contentment. And I invite you to think about that, because you can make the choice to choose to be content versus choosing to look at what isn't going right, what isn't feeling good to you, what you can't change, what you won't change. Instead, I'm just choosing to be content no matter what happens. And that seems very simple, like I said, but just wanted to share that because I think it's important now that we're in this Power Pact month to be as positive and forward-looking as you can be, because the energies are totally in your favor. Like I say, we have a solar eclipse, we have a lunar eclipse this month. It's just big energy. And I'm not a trained astrologer, so I don't understand all of it, but I know what I feel energetically and what I'm getting in my meditations. And so I'm really encouraging you to think about that phrase of choosing contentment, okay? So let's get to the cards. So if you chose this little bluebird, this is from the Soul Coaching deck. And beautiful. Sorry, these are backwards. I'll get a new camera at some point so you can read them properly. Commitment. The card itself, the text on it says, "My commitments increase my joy and freedom." So, as I was just saying about choosing contentment, think about how your commitments, and I'm not thinking about love relationships here, I'm thinking about things like work. Think about how those actually increase your ability to enjoy freedom and joy. How does doing the work that you do, or being a stay-at-home mom or dad, or being available to pick your kids up and get them to activities, being able to do your grocery shopping at night versus in the day. Think about your activities of the week. And as you are doing them, because those are things, they're like the have-to list, think about actually how those things contribute to you living a joyful life, because they're in your lineup of activities for a reason. And these are the things that are regular commitments. I mean, you see, there's the heart there. This is a regular part of your life. So I'm not talking about a little project or a big project that you're working on. I'm talking about something that is like a marriage, or like having kids, that is a constant, or the home that you live in and what you need to do for your home, that type of thing. So think about how your commitments contribute to your sense of joy and freedom. Again, we're touching on that contentment idea. It feels really important to me that we just start to see how the lives that we're living are actually contributing to our well-being, because they are, but it depends how your viewpoint, what lens are you looking through. And this is encouraging you. My commitments increase my joy and freedom. They actually help you, but we don't always see it that way. So for those that chose that card, that's what's coming up. Next up is the Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. And again, your teams choose the cards that both the decks and the actual cards that come out. And this is so funny. I've had this card. I pull cards for myself every day. I believe in the spread of cards just about every day in the last week. This card has come up. And it is the Violet, African Violet of Cleanse Your Energy. And this has everything to do with September. And really being able to take advantage of, it's one of the eclipses is, I think at the tail end of next week. When you release negativity, the answer to your question shines through. So I'm not sure if you meditate or if you can get out in nature and go for a walk by yourself. Always getting your feet on the earth, bare feet on the earth. Getting near a body of water, that's another great way. Fresh body of water, whether it's the ocean or a lake. This feels like you really need to be able to cleanse out your energy field. And you can do that by calling in. Archangel Michael is who I typically work with. But just by connecting, saying, I connect to my higher self, and I ask that my team please cleanse my energy field and my chakra system, and just trust that it's happening. Because we're being asked to clean ourselves up a little bit from an energy perspective, so that these powerful energies coming in can really support you even at another level. So in thinking about activities that will help to keep your energy clean, and that includes water intake is important. Drinking, they say 8-ounce glasses a day. Drinking as much water as you can, watching the caffeine, alcohol intake, trying to eat as much colorful food as possible. Kind of diminishing on the amount of white food or strangely colored mac and cheese food, and really getting into the more colorful veggies and fruits that we have abundantly at this time of the year. So that feels too like it's important, only so that the cosmos can support you. That's your team just wants the best for you. And the fact that this card has been coming up for me all week, it's clearly important for all of you who have picked this card as well. So just be aware, and be aware of those negative Nelly thoughts that come up too. Again, choosing contentment. And I struggle with this too on a daily basis. I don't have it all figured out, but it's choosing in the moment. What is the lens that I'm going to look through, or what is the reaction that I'm going to choose to have? Because there's always a couple choices. You can go in that negative Nelly direction, or you can try to see the gift of it, of whatever you're encountering in your experience. So yeah, cleanse your energy, very important this week. Then this is the Romance Angels deck. This is also a Doreen Virtue deck. And this, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. I've never pulled this card. Again, these energies are really powerful. I would not be continuing to harp on this if it wasn't true. Pay attention to what you're wanting. Sit down and do some clear thinking about making goals for yourself for this month that we're in, and specifically for the week ahead. If you picked this card, I want you to do some thinking about what you want to manifest for yourself. And think about your highest and best good here. This isn't always about money or love coming to you or the perfect job. Those are kind of surface things. Think about what can bring contentment from a really, getting simple, not super complicated. Because this is manifestation energy here, that it's on its way, but you got to get clear. This is related to that cleansing your energy. You need to get clear in your mind too about what it is that you want for yourself. Because if you're really scattered and, oh, whoop, over here, I want this, and oh, new excitement plan today, how about we get going on that, and oh, what about this project, and oh, I talked to so-and-so on the street, and I'm going to get that going. You're feeling, if you chose this card, I think there's parts of your life that are feeling a little bit scattered, and your team is kind of like, oh, whoop, now, no, oh, no, that's not it, oh, over here. They're kind of, and they do amazing things, but they need your direction in order to do that. So I'm just getting here that you just need to, this is the time to get really clear before we get into these eclipses. We need to get clear on what it is that we really want. So just keep that in mind, because it's basically yours if you really focus in on it and get yourself there. And you keep yourself clean and positive in your thinking and your mode forward, then you're going to be given the support you need to manifest those things in your life. So then the final card is the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides deck by Stephen Farmer. Again, I love this deck. If you're ever looking to get a deck, this is a good one. So this is the Meerkat card. Funny looking little creature, cute. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. So for me, I know this is probably the card that I would have chose, because I am headed on a trip at the end of the week that is going to be life-changing for me in Idaho, with a group of people who do this kind of work, like what I do. And so what I'm getting out of this is, no matter what it is, what your core soul belief is, what you really feel passionate about, and it can be anything. It can be about flying kites. It could be about making your own homemade beer. It doesn't have to be super spiritual or religious, or it's whatever lights your heart up. I'm all about getting real with this stuff. I'm not saying you need to be like me or think like me. I'm good with whatever makes you happy is what makes your soul happy. And I see that with my clients. So getting together with people that you trust, that inspire you, that make you feel like you want to be a better person, they just bring out the best in you. They make your heart shine. That is what, if you chose this card, that's what's being called upon with this Meerkat energy, is that in order to raise your vibration to that next level, that you need to be around these people that are going to make, they're going to shift things for you. But it needs to be people that you feel safe, just allowing your real true self to come out and to the forefront. And that's a very special group, and so you need to be discerning about who that is and who you decide to share your vision and your passions with, because not everybody's going to be in alignment with where you're at, and that's okay. Everybody's on their own journey, but it can be just hugely inspiring to be around people who bring you joy, and as you experience that joy, that's how the vibration raises. That's energetically what happens. And that is the objective of your team, and it's going to be forever. But they're really focused on it this month of September. So really think about that if you pulled this card, is what lights your soul up. And getting with other people and having energy exchange, and I'm feeling like it's that infinity where they contribute, you contribute, and together you're working on it, is incredibly important. You really need to follow your passion on that and get together with those people, because their energy input into your field is what helps to raise up both of your boats in this great sea of vibration that we have available to us. So that's everything this week. Again, I feel like we all need to sort of focus in on contentment and getting around people and looking at your life and seeing what brings you joy, because that just brings more joy, truly. So until next week, I wish you good vibrations.